Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be Elliana's 6-month update. So this has been quite an eventful month. I am gonna go give her to Daddy here in just a few minutes, but I wanted to make sure that you guys saw her. She is currently weighing a little bit over 16 pounds. And by the way, she has been refusing to take her bottle recently for whatever reason. I'll talk a little bit more about that in this video, but it's causing her also to be hungry. And then we do think she's teething as well. So she has been having some sore and swollen gums as well as not finishing her bottle. So she's just been a little fussier over this past, I would say, week or so. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see her. She is about 26.5 inches long, and she is currently moving into the 6 to 9 month clothing. So this one I think is 3 to 6. You can see that she is almost too big for this one. We also just moved her into size 3 diapers. So, hey sweet girl. Can you give him a smile? Can you give him a smile? Can you give him a smile? Give him a smile. So anyway, I just wanted her to see you guys, or you to see her, and I'm gonna go give her to Daddy now so that we can chit chat. So in this video, I will be sharing with you just everything that has been happening over this past month with her. She will actually turn 7 months in just 2 days. So it's been quite an eventful month, as you guys know. You know, I've had my issues with my milk supply and our breastfeeding struggles, but there have been some exciting things this month as well, so there's just been a lot of changes. This video may be a little bit longer, so if you want to just put it on and listen to it like a podcast or grab a cup of coffee and just sit down and enjoy, I would love to have you. Don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would love to have you join the family. I do all different types of lifestyle and mommy videos here on my channel, and I would love to have you be a part of this journey with me. So anyway, hit that subscribe button and let's go ahead and dive into Elliana's 6-month update. So I'm going to start off with the milestones that she has reached this month, and then we'll move into her sleeping and eating patterns and anything else that comes along with that. So as far as milestones go, one of the most important ones is the fact that we have started introducing solid foods. So she has had her first solid foods, and it's just been such an exciting journey. We only started, I guess, about a week ago. So she's had 3 different foods so far. She has had avocado puree, pears or pear puree, and then she did try my autumn squash soup at Panera when we went out for lunch yesterday. So up to this point, that's all that she's eaten. Yes, we did start with purees. We did not start with the baby-led weaning. I've been getting a lot of questions about that. I mean, I don't know. For me, as a first-time mom, I was just terrified with the fact of her choking on anything. I have heard a lot of horror stories from people around here that we know that have tried the baby-led weaning and like with chunks of food. And oh my gosh, you guys, it scares me so much. Like, I know way too many people who have had children or know people who have had children that have choked, and it's just very, very scary for me. So I did not go that route, mainly for that reason. I guess when I think of like baby-led weaning, I know the idea behind it is to have the baby learn to feed themselves so that they learn just everything that comes with that. And I totally 110% agree that that can be beneficial for both mommy and baby, or parents and baby. And for them to learn those skills from an early age is important. And I know, you know, it teaches them to eat when they're hungry, stop when they're full. All of those things come with baby-led weaning. And I do plan on allowing Elliana to, you know, take control of eating and feeding herself as we get along. But for the beginning, for those first, you know, introductory foods and that introduction process to solids, I wanted to start with purees. Purees make me feel a little bit safer, like she's not gonna choke. And we have been giving her the spoon to learn to kind of feed herself, even though it makes a big mess, but she's not really quite there yet. But of course, with practice, that will come over time. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm not gonna go into this whole thing about baby-led weaning, but I do believe that it can be very beneficial for the baby, absolutely. It's just that the big chunks of food scares me as a mom. So that's really the main reason why we didn't choose to start with that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it for now. But if you guys want a separate video on that, let me know down below and we can chat more about that in another video. The next almost milestone that she has reached is that she is almost starting to crawl. So she's not there yet. We are so close. She is starting to push up on her knees so that her little bottom's in the air. She's just not pushing herself forward like that yet. So she has been scooting on her belly kind of forwards for a little bit of time now, but not up on her knees. So she wasn't really going very far. And then she also has been kind of pushing herself backwards. So instead of pushing herself forwards and crawling, she's pushing against and kind of straightening her arms out and pushing herself backwards. So that is kind of how she's been getting around, or she just kind of rolls everywhere. She rolls all over the place. So that's why our living room has the huge blanket down, and she just rolls all over the place in there to get to her toys. So she's figured it out that if she doesn't know how to crawl, she'll just roll to her toys, and it's been working. So we'll see if she does that. If she does start crawling, it will probably be within this week by the time probably right after she turns 7 months. So she's almost there. And then I wanted to mention a few fun things that we have done this month. So we attended Elliana's first baby music class, which was so cute. We played tambourines, jingle bells, drums, we shook maracas, we did lap games and songs. It was so cute. I have a teeny tiny clip of it here. She also has spent some time away from us during the day, just a little bit here and there, so that we can get some things done. We went car shopping. I was able to get a new car, and so while we did that, we had someone watch her. We also had someone watch her when Chaz and I went out kayaking. We had a kayak date just for the fun of it, and it was just something that we needed to do just for ourselves. You know, as new parents, we don't really get that time to spend with each other, and just, you know, have time away from the kids once in a while. As much as we love them, it is important to do. This month, we also had some family pictures taken, which were also kind of incorporated with Elliana's 6-month-old pictures. So she sat in her little bucket of apples, and we had some pictures taken of her, and I just love how they turned out. They are so cute. I am absolutely obsessed. If you don't follow me on Instagram already, I do post some of the pictures from our different shoots and things that we have, or just from our daily life over on there. I would love to have you join my Instagram family, and my Instagram handle is always down in the description box. Something super cute that Elliana has been doing this month is she has been laughing so hard at Chief, our dog. She gets so excited. So she seriously cracks up at him. I mean, if he's whining or barking or his tail has been like wagging and hitting her in the face, she thinks it's the most hilarious thing. I don't know why, but she loves it. She loves him so much. She wants to play with him. And we are very careful just because he is a big dog and he is such a teddy bear. He is a gentle giant, but you just never know. I mean, he's always been great around kids, but you just never know. I don't want to ever be too comfortable, you know, just where I'm not watching her with him, just in case. You just never know, and I want to be careful. So we try to expose him to her a little bit every day. You know, he's been smelling her a lot more, and he'll come up and lick her in the face, which I try not to let him do that. And then something new is that she's been vocal for a few months now, just very vocal, squealing and, you know, babbling little noises. But now she is starting to make this growling noise, like kind of just a really low growl. It's really, I can't even do it. But that is what she has been doing lately. She did it one day while I was breastfeeding her, like after she was done. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard that before. And then she just continued to do it. So I guess she's just kind of learning what her vocal cords can do and just how to make new sounds. She goes down for bed at around 6 o'clock to 6:30 at night. She sleeps through the night around 12 to 13 hours and wakes up pretty much at 6 a.m. on the dot every single morning. it doesn't even matter what time she goes to bed. So we actually watched another baby here at our house on Saturday. And so, you know, we were playing, we were having fun. And so Elliana didn't go to bed until 8 o'clock that night because we were just up and singing and, you know, just having fun. So even though she didn't go to bed until around 8, she still woke up at 6 a.m. on the dot. So I'm not sure why. Her body just tells her, okay, it's time to get up for the day, which I think is really neat. And it just, like, I don't have to set an alarm clock. She is my alarm clock. I can hear her on the monitor first thing in the morning. So sleeping has been just absolutely amazing. I know I mentioned in her 5-month update, we did the Taking Care of Babies program. We ended up doing the ABCs of sleep, and we started on the day that she turned 5 months old. It took us 6 nights, to have everything down pat, and she was sleeping through the night. I think that 6th night, rather, she slept close to 13 hours. And now her naps are great as well. I don't ever worry about her naps like I did when she was a newborn. You guys, I am seriously so relieved. It feels like a piece of cake right now. And the past couple of months, like months 3 and 4, were really hard as far as sleeping goes. So to have her sleeping through the night and going down so early at that, I mean, Chaz and I are able to have just time for us, which is so nice. Of course, we miss her, but she's getting the rest that she needs. And it really just helps us to be more well-rested, and she's well-rested, and it's just so amazing. There is no scheduled time, but she usually goes down for her first nap around 2 to 2.5 hours after she wakes up for the day, which is around 8 to 8:30 in the morning. So she'll go down and she usually sleeps for around 1.5 to 2 hours. Then she'll wake up, we play for a few hours or run errands or just whatever we need to do, and then she'll go back down for another nap. If we're not at home, she just naps in the car and she'll sleep, you know, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, and then she still goes down for bed at around 6 to 6:30, which is so nice. So we definitely are on a really regular schedule as far as her wake times and her bed times. And then her naps just kind of fall throughout the day. But her morning nap, what I have found is that her morning nap is just crucial to how her day is going to be. So if she naps really well first thing in the morning, if she takes like an hour or a 2-hour nap, then her whole day is set. She is in a great mood. She is just so easygoing, and she just is a happy girl. If she takes a 30-minute nap, she tends to go back down for her next nap a lot earlier because she's still tired. But other than that, I mean, naps have been really great. Sleeping overall has been really wonderful. All right, so now here's the biggie. So I'm gonna be talking a little bit about her eating. So breastfeeding and formula, as well as solid foods. So let's go ahead and start out with the breastfeeding. So as you guys know, I have been having some issues with my milk supply. My milk supply has been very low. Honestly, I know a lot of people who probably would have stopped trying to pump by now, but you guys, breastfeeding to me is just so important to me and what I wanted to do for my daughter. It's just a personal preference. I am not against formula at all. If anything, I'm for formula more than ever now because of my struggles. And I've really learned a lot just on this journey. And you know, I still plan on making a video going really deep into all of this, so I'll just try to cover the basics because I don't want you guys just sitting here forever listening to me ramble. But I hope that this helps someone because I really struggled emotionally with having to supplement with formula. If you haven't heard kind of my journey with this, go watch my 5-month update where I talk about it in that video, and then jump back over to this video. That way you're kind of all caught up. But I basically have had to start supplementing with formula, and now she's actually doing the majority of her feedings with formula and then supplementing with breast milk, which originally I was just so devastated with, and now I am extremely grateful because my baby is actually getting fed and she's getting the calories that she needs. Solid foods, according to her doctor, we're not going to cut it as far as getting the calories that she needs to her. So that's why she had recommended that we hold off on solids. So we just started solids with Elliana about a week ago because her pediatrician wanted us to wait and just focus on getting her weight back up. her body weight. So I have been giving her the Happy Baby Organics formula. It is one of the best ones from what I've done through my research as much as I can, one of the best ones that are here in the United States that is organic. It has tons of prebiotics that really are very similar to breast milk, and it's one of the only ones with those prebiotics in it, which is one of their marketing things, I guess, because it stands out above some of the others. And then it isn't made with any added growth hormones or, just additives, or it doesn't have pesticides, just some of those other things in some other standard US formulas. And then of course I was looking into some of the international formulas. So there is the Hala, I believe is how you pronounce it, Holly maybe, and the Hip. And those are very similar to the Happy Baby Organics, only those ones are pricier and they are overseas. Whereas here, this one is in the United States and I can just get it at Target. So that is the one that I started with, but we really love it. Elliana loves it. She has been doing great with that formula. And then I have been giving her as much breast milk as I possibly can. So whatever I'm pumping, I give to her, and then I am able to nurse her in the morning first thing. So that's when I have the most milk, and so that's when I'm able to nurse her. But honestly, you guys, throughout the day, I just don't produce enough milk. Like I said, I will be going into another video talking about the things that I've been trying and the things that have been helping and just my journey with breastfeeding. But one thing that I have found that I think has actually really been helping recently is fenugreek. So I know that for some women, this can actually decrease your supply. For me, it's actually really seemed to help. It seems like on the days when I take it, the day after, I have a lot more milk. So it just kind of depends. It could just be a coincidence based on kind of what I'm eating or how I'm staying hydrated. And I'm just noticing that I'm talking so much with my hands. I am a hand talker, I apologize. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but I really honestly feel like it's been helping because I do have more milk the next day after I take that. So I've been trying to keep track of how much I'm pumping and then how much Elliana is actually eating throughout the day. So I am pumping around 10 ounces a day, which is nothing pretty much. And Elliana eats around 30 ounces a day. So as you can see, I'm not producing near enough milk as to what she actually needs for her age. And so that's why she was losing weight. So I had mentioned in her 5-month update that she did lose weight from her 4-month checkup to her 6-month checkup. So her pediatrician had us come in for a weight check, and 2 weeks after that appointment, she had gained about 2 pounds, and that was doing mostly formula. So once she saw that she was really gaining weight, then she said that we could start introducing solids because she was pleased with how her growth chart was looking. So originally she was up in almost the 70th percentile for weight, I think 64th, something like that. And then when my milk supply dropped, she dropped down to the 12th percentile in weight, which is when I went to the lactation consultant and met with my OB and we had her appointment. And then we realized, oh my goodness, we really need to get these calories in her fast. So she jumped from the 12th percentile to the 23rd within 2 weeks, which is awesome. And then since then, she's actually gained a couple more pounds, I believe, because when we weighed her, she was over 16 pounds. And we just used the scale here at home. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I think that she is still gaining weight. She is now getting into the 6 to 9 month close, which is it's just such a relief. Oh, it's such a relief because she was in the 3 to 6 month close and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's almost 7 months. She's lost all this weight because of my milk supply. I was feeling mom guilt so hard, and it's such a relief that she's gaining weight. Even if it is formula, there's nothing wrong with it, you guys. She needed that. And it is making her healthier, stronger, and just developing properly. Her brain development is I just feel so much better about it because she is getting what she needs. And I also am very proud of myself for being able to nurse her for the first 6 months. And then I'm still supplementing with it, even though it's definitely not where it needs to be. I'm still trying my hardest to get her as much breast milk as I possibly can. Sorry, my camera died, so if it's off a little bit, that's why. But I even stopped working out because I thought that was causing my milk supply to go down. And I realized that even without doing that, I mean, my milk supply isn't where it should be. So I definitely want to start working out again. But my doctor, actually my OB, I went and saw her. She is a mama who breastfed all 3 babies, and she is a marathon runner. And she advised me to stick to weight training instead of running, just weight training at the gym and not as much cardio or running, because that burns more calories, and just wait to run until I'm done breastfeeding. So anyway, that's what her suggestion was, and she's a runner and she works out all the time. So just hearing that from her made me feel a little bit better. I have also stopped taking my birth control because I wasn't sure if that was having an effect on anything, and I honestly can't say I've noticed a difference. I was taking the mini pill. I went originally to my OB to talk to her about that to see if it was having an effect on my milk supply, and she said it shouldn't have any effect on it. But I just took it upon myself to stop taking it just to see if, you know, if it made a difference, and so far it hasn't. And no, we are not trying to conceive. We are being very careful. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there. But I literally have tried everything to try to bring back my milk supply. So anyway, I don't want this video to go too long. I have so much I want to talk to you guys about, and I just feel like it can't fit all in one video because it would just be way too long. So I'm going to move on to solid foods. So like I mentioned earlier, Elliana's first food was avocado, and she actually really liked it. At first, she didn't know what to think, but by the 3rd day that we fed it to her, she actually really, really liked avocado. Then we tried pears, and she did not like pears at all. She did not want those whatsoever. And then we tried the autumn squash soup when we were at Panera Bread the other day, and it was so funny. She didn't really know what to think of it. But she took it just fine. She took a few spoonfuls, and not spoonfuls, but little bites, and she seemed to like it. But I do think avocado is her favorite so far. Some other foods that we plan on introducing to her soon are sweet potatoes, which we just got today, some carrots. I want to do peas. I am going to try apples with her. I'm going to try to stick to mostly veggies so that she doesn't get used to sweet things, but I honestly was surprised that she didn't like the pears. I thought she would like those because they are sweeter, and she didn't. So I don't know, maybe she'll just be a veggie lover like me. Let's see, what else? Are we going to do bananas? We'll probably do bananas. I think she'll like those. I can't remember what else, but those are the things that I kind of want to start with, and then we'll move into, you know, some other things, but we're just kind of going to progress. And then of course we did try to have her hold the spoon, and she just wasn't really having it. So we'll just keep trying, and we'll just kind of play around with it and see how she does. One last thing that I wanted to touch on before I wrap this video up is teething. So we did think Elliana was teething a few months ago, and then it kind of stopped. So I don't know if it was just because she was hungry, which it just breaks my heart, to be honest, to think that my baby was just hungry. I don't know, because her gums did look a little swollen. However, no teeth ever popped through. Now she is definitely acting like she's teething, and we've been giving her the camellia, I believe is how you pronounce it, camellia drops, which is a homeopathic, you know, teething remedy, all natural, that you can get on Amazon. I will link it below, and those have seemed to help quite a bit. We also have been giving her frozen washcloths to chew on, and she is just obsessed with those. She loves those. I think they really soothe her gums. She seems so much happier after she has that or the camellia drops. And so I do think that she really is teething this time. So maybe she's been teething the whole time. I have no idea. But we haven't seen any teeth pop through yet. We'll just keep an eye out for those. But that's pretty much all I have for Elliana's 6-month update. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for some other mommy videos regarding breastfeeding, and what was the other one? Oh, just a postpartum update, you guys. I have been so busy here at home. Oh my gosh, like I'm trying to play catch up. So thank you so much for your patience. I do still plan on getting those videos out, and I'm hoping to get on a more regimented schedule now that Elliana is really on a schedule. I think it will make things just easier overall. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.